What's happening? My name is Blake Harris, and you're tuning in to the Music City Mindset. We are licensed under the NFM network, and we're very grateful for that because we are now on all platforms everywhere where you consume your podcast. We are there. Our show today will make you want to go beat the block, but we'll get to that in a little bit. This episode is brought to you by Ounce of Hope. You can get berry high with 16 ounces of hope. That's a whole pound of hope right there in one can. They are dedicated to bringing high quality medicinal level cannabis to you in a way where you don't have to feel like you're doing something wrong. I love the way they present it, their marketing, everything that business is about. And we are very happy that they are part of the Music City Mindset family. This episode is going to be so good because, of course, as always, I'm not alone. Co-owner of Spontaneous Beauty, he has had works of art featured all around the world, and the only person that I know that's crypt walked across the entire stage at the Grand Ole Opry at Mindset Easy 615 on Instagram, Evan Butler.
Yeah. What's up, man?
That was nice.
Thank you.
Good.
Yeah, I'm getting better, So there's something that happened at a college basketball game where a coach got escorted out. There was some celebrating going on over a victory, and there was an altercation at the end of the game. And I don't know why I did it, but I went to the comment section just to see if I could get more backstory, looking for that one comment that's like, I was there, this was, whatever. And that was a whole bunch of assuming things because of whether it be skin color, whether it be that, but a lot of the bulk of it, taking race out of it for a moment, was basically saying like, yeah, good win, but you should act like you've been there. Victory, success should come across as you know what you're doing. And I get what they're trying to say, especially if you're a part of a franchise, an organization that wants to have a foundation that's known for success. And I kind of took that to heart a little bit differently than I've always heard it coming up in locker rooms and things like that, part of the football teams I was a part of. And the way I took it now, kind of a conversation we've been having recently, like when we get into these rooms that we would have never dreamed we were able to get in when we were kids, the conversations I've been having about who's going to be on the show next and things like that is wild that that's happening. But I have to act like this is what I do. Like I've been in the room before. When I haven't. So if you didn't have a mentor, if you didn't come up as someone in that, how do you act like you've been there before when you never have? Where is that fine line between maybe overreacting but also like celebrating the little victories along the journey?
That's a good question. Took me back a little bit because the first time me and you fought was because y'all beat us every game in basketball, and at the end, y'all was celebrating, and we all started fighting. Yeah. So it's a little hits home, but man, it's wild to think about. Like I think about Bree, 2 Live, telling like we sitting there with Juvie, and he's like, "Hey, learn how to be in the room," and it's like, "All right,
how?"
What's that mean? Nobody has a handbook, but because I'm never not going to be a fan. Like, I can sit there and talk to Young Buck as a man, but at the end of the day, like, that's Young Buck, and same thing with Juvie and everybody else. Struggle, you name it,
Vito Banga.
Yeah. Yeah, when you're sitting there around platinum albums and stuff, it's hard not to get starstruck.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's a human being. It's a man just like us. They just been in a couple more rooms we ain't.
But like, is there anything specifically you've done to like, I don't know, like calm the nerves or like the giddiness down? Maybe not nervous to be around these people, but like there's got to be a point where it's a little giddy. I mean, the other night, how you managed to keep it together and still hit the thing when it is Buckshot right there doing the same thing. Like that had to be like a core
it's definitely
core moment for you.
A moment for me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, yo, I called my brother and my girl. I was like, I was just crip walking with damn Young Buck. Like, hey, sliding and, you know what I'm saying? We just had a good time, you know what I'm saying? Only 2 people on the dance floor. We're just having a good vibe, you know? And I think a lot of the times for me, I know, I pray first before I go in these rooms and stuff like that, because it's ordained by God for us to be there. And you have to take that in consideration, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a reason why you're here, you know what I'm saying? Like, God put you in this position, and also yourself, you know what I'm saying? You got to also take into account, like, you have a solid foundation, and you're a good individual to be in these rooms and stuff like that, to navigate. So I think it's just a learning practice in the beginning, because at first like, the room always looks like dark, or you know what I'm saying, and until you survey the scene and everything, it's like, oh, this ain't as bad as it is. That's how the anxiety roots in, because it's like, oh snap, like, are these people worried about me, this and that? Oh, is my platform or whatever, you know what I'm saying? The doubt settles real quick, but then once you literally take the lenses off and you're like, man, all these people is just cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, even last night, you know, I was at Coop's show thing.
Shout out Coop the Connect.
Yeah, I was at there, and it was like a lot of guys, and I was like, hey, bro, you know, make sure y'all navigate the room. I was like, it's factions in here. You know, you got Top Flight, you got the homie, it's Jaleel. Like, I was like, man, make sure y'all go in there and navigate with these people. I mean, like, network with these people, you know what I'm saying? And know how to work the room. They was like, man, you got a lot of insight. I was like, bro, I just been doing it, because every time I walk in the building, I'm trying to walk out with at least 10 Instagrams or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
like,
and I'm glad you brought that up, because on one hand, I don't know how else you would describe it other than it being the fate of God.
Right.
Because sometimes when I go in these rooms, it might not look like much. It might not look like we could get much out of it. And then all of a sudden I run into the homie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like, talking about the American Legion just being there. Like, we almost didn't really show up. It was like, man, there's 7 cars in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Where are we? Right?
Charlie P's like, hey, come out. Him and Buck ain't there. And then it's like, the reason we thought we were coming, God, it's like, it's a good, you know, display how life goes, because God's like, what you think's going to happen is not my plan.
Yep.
And then we run into you in Rambo.
Exactly. And the beauty of it is literally is just showing up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Once you show up, God handles the rest. And then, you know what I'm saying? You want to be in these rooms, but then you get the invitation. You're like, oh man, I probably shouldn't go. And then you go, and you're like, man, that was actually impactful for me. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's...
Even the Velvet Room the other night.
Exactly.
Like, if we can be real right here.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of people in that room that ain't going to do much.
Okay,
right? Like, yeah, I'm not throwing shade.
No, that.
You know? But the fact to go in that room, because, like, when I've been in some of these rooms with Juvie, you know, people are, like, weird about, like, oh, can I take a picture?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, can you follow me? Like, it's almost like, I don't want to ask.
Yeah.
Man, the moment I walked into that room, it was like a procession line of like, hey, here's my Instagram. What's yours?
Yeah.
Like, you don't even know what I do.
A quick networking.
But like everybody in that room, that was not a hard room to navigate, because everyone was about the same thing. Like, let's all push together.
And I think it's changed to that now. You know what I'm saying? Because the social media and everything made the world smaller. And everybody's trying to, especially like when you have events like that and everything, everybody's in there trying to, you know, navigate their Instagrams, their business. Hey, you might even have food vendors and stuff. So I think everybody now is keeping their business on their phones. So even if you know you're a student or something like that and you're studying, you're like, man, I want to have clientele later on. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I do beats. Everybody keeps it on their phones. So it's like, I think Juvenile and all them been doing it for so long. They already know, like, hell, I'm like, Buck, let's take a picture. Bet. It's right. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I met one of the baddies, Diamond the Body.
Yeah.
And everybody's kind of, you know, like nervous, and she's doing the baddie shot o'clock and stuff. And I'm like, yo, Diamond, I want you to FaceTime my sisters and stuff. Treating her like a normal human being. And then they're actually getting able to hold a moment with her as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of people have fear of, oh, I don't want to seem like what's the shit that people be saying nowadays? A glazer. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I don't want to meet glaze or whatever the hell they be saying. It's like, but at the same time, why not seize your moment? You know what I'm saying? Or hell,
it seems like a very fine line.
Exactly. And
they can get real easy to cross, especially if these rooms, for me, more on the media side rooms, I want to go back in again.
Facts.
You know, so I'm not trying to like get a picture every time. I'm not trying to like do all that, right?
Yeah.
So,
And
but again, it's a learning curve.
And that's what ties into the act like you've been here before. You know what I'm saying? In hell, even when we was at the locker room, I was talking to Buck. I was like, hey, bro, you know, I remember being out in Japan and everybody thinking about Nashville in a certain light, and you was carrying that torch. You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, like, I'm not glazing, but I'm also, you know, giving you your flowers and saying, like, bro, you led a charge and you was very impactful in my life. And just to even have a moment with you, you know, kicking it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this is something that I never would have fathomed, like, being when we was on the lifeguard stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't never thought of that.
Well, speaking of that, we've done a lot of talking.
Yeah.
And there might be people that are listening, not watching, that haven't put a face to it, or people that are watching that might not know who this guy is. One of my friends for a very, very long time, certified local legend at this point. Like he just said, he's been a lifeguard since he was a teenager. He then took those skills all around the world, joining the Navy. He came back home to put his mark on Music City, associated with the Clique Tight Circle.
Yeah.
And you talked about events. He has a party Friday, February 13th at 6 p.m. at Love and Exile in the Tank Room, where he will be releasing his new hit single, That's On Me. Welcome to the show, A West.
Let's get it. Hey, that was beautiful, man. That was one of the best introductions, for sure.
Man, speaking of the lifeguard and the Navy, and we'll get into that in a second, I'm hearing a lot of growth, a lot of grown up, a lot of wisdom.
Yeah.
So let's get into how you got here.
Yeah. When did music truly become a vital part of your day-to-day life?
It was actually in the Navy, like for real. When because my brother and my sister, they always did music, you know, family singing around. I played the saxophone in middle school, you know what I'm saying? And I always kind of, I was part of the jazz dance team at Cane Ridge. The guys used to laugh at me. They used to laugh at me all the time.
A little bit.
But think about it. All the hus was in there. Like, dog, but shout out to one of the ladies, you know what I'm saying? But they were beautiful, you know what I'm saying? I was young. I was like, hey, yeah, this was lit. But I would say, like, in the Navy, bro, when I started really writing, I had this green book I used to carry around all the time, and I wrote a letter to Andre 3000. And that was just like, oh, man, I got to get this song. I got to get the song out. We going 25, 30 knots, and I'm writing outside, and the man, gust of wind, knocked it over and went in the ocean. I was like sick. I was like, bro, the dopest rhymes I ever wrote, like a literally like 7-page song to Andre 3000 and flew over the side of the ship, cast it out to the ocean. So I was like, man, if I could do it like that, I can do it again. Started doing it. It wasn't as good as it was, but just got back into it.
What was the overall message? Why 3 stacks, and why did you need to write him a letter?
Man, because he saved my life in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had this song called Chronometrophobia, it's the fear of time. And I had that, and I was feeling that. I was real anxietic and everything like that. And then I used to listen to this song because, hell, I'm new in the Navy, young sailor in Japan, feeling like Jaden Smith. Or what, you know what I'm saying? Like, dog, I'm over here, I can't understand nothing. And it just became like, I was just in fear. And I was like, man, I need to go out here. And one of my chiefs was like, hey, Wes, you need to just go out and get lost. And I did. And the whole time I was just listening to the Idlewild album. And I was just listening to what Andre 3000 was saying. And I was like, man, he got some powerful words. And then I remember just writing. And I was just, you know, having a conversation. And it just turned into me presenting it to some of the homies at the galley, you know what I'm saying? They was like, dog, you actually dope. Like, that's actually hard. So much so that they was like, man, at captain's call, they was like, Cap, Wes got bars. Wes got bars. And I was sitting there shitting in my stomach. I was like, hold on. Like, stomach dropped, dog. I was like, wait, who they tell? I was like, no. Captain was like, where's Sailor West at? Tell him come up here. It's like 500 people out there, dog, in the crowd. Like, this all your shit. I'm like, oh. So he was like, yo, so tell me about these bars. I was like, oh, shit. He was like, you know, next captain call, we're going to have you come back and we're going to have you do some bars for us. And I was like, oh, snap, Cap. Like, sure enough, week went by. I was saying, my homie Bradshaw going to do it. Brad didn't even pull up to the captain's call. He was like, dog, I was scared. He was like, I ain't going. So I'm walking up there. break ranks and walk up there. And my chief looked at me. He said, "You better not cuss." I was like, "Oh shoot!" So, and I got up there and did a little bit of the Andre 3 freestyle, and then I did something I had kind of already pre-written. And I looked up. I just kind of blacked out. I ain't gonna lie. I don't even remember what I said half the time, but somebody had recorded it. And sure enough, Cap was just like, "Man, that was amazing. It was very impactful." And then he had me do it again, and like not for them, but like more captains of the base. You know, so much so like they had 16 captains and captain of the entire base and stuff. My captain over there like just smiling and eager, and he was like, "Hey, spit some bars for him, dog." And one of the other captains started doing this terrible beatboxing, dog. And I was just saying random words. They was just drunk as hell. You know what I'm saying? I was just saying rhyming words and stuff, and they was vibing with it. But at the same time, they gave me a Naval Achievement Medal and everything for it too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So,
A NAM. Yeah, got a Navy Achievement Medal for rapping to the captain.
Yeah.
That's dope. All right, so two things that I have for you there. One, Sailor West ain't really a terrible rap name. Just throwing that.
Well,
out
I
there.
had to say sailor because people clown me if you say seaman. It's over.
Yeah.
But I'm
Yeah.
a petty officer, so
Yeah.
petty officer second class.
Sailor West goes hard.
Sailor West. It's like Sailor
I
Moon.
can't guarantee
Yeah.
that because of our platform he would see it, but with microphones and camera, like it might not be in the within bars,
Yeah.
but like what if Stax walked in right now,
Mm-hmm.
what would you really want to say? You summed it up, but if he walked in right now, what would you say to him?
Man, I would just say thank you. You know what I'm saying? And just show gratitude. I act like I've been here before. No, but I definitely would, give him his flowers just as like I do a lot of the artists that I really vibe with. And hell, I'd ask him for a feature. But
Yeah.
I'd be like,
Hell
"Hey,
yeah.
can you customize a beat for me, bro? I love that." You know what I'm saying? Because, bro did the whole, the other alternative album, which I still thought was impactful because he did something different. And you know what I'm saying? I would just want to just pick his brain and collab. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know he probably don't do music like that, but just to pick his brain, because that's a deep thinker right there,
Mhm.
And just to soak up some game.
What is the biggest lesson you learned in the Navy that still sticks with you today?
Attention to detail.
Mm.
Attention to detail matters. And then showing up and accountability on stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of times that I got put in a corner or I had 20 junior sailors underneath me at one point in time. So I had to see both sides of being accountable and also taking leadership and being a leader.
What does that actually mean? Because that sounds like a little like bunch of like a kid camp, summer camp,
Bro, like what is it like having
junior soldiers? Like
having
what,
the sailors underneath
yeah.
you? Oh, dog, it's a terrible shit show. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's cool because you get to impact these people's lives and they're coming from different walks of life. You know what I'm saying? And some of them don't even have rates. So they're trying to figure out placement in the military. They were working to get a job, like find a different job, like if they want to go yeoman and stuff. So they'll put them with my rate, which is one of the hardest rates in the military. You know what I'm saying? It's bosun's mate. So you really grind and bustle and hustle. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to all my BMs out there. But I definitely learned a lot from
baby mamas.
that part. I learned a lot from people being from Africa, from Puerto Rico, and all kinds of stuff. Some people getting citizenship, in the military, and I just learned a lot about diversity. And there's a crowd for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I used to rap to my sailors and stuff. They was like, "Yo, it's you the same." But
How has that experience and exposure to diversity affected your style? Like, what would you say your style of rap is?
I would say is poetic and energetic. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of meanings in my music that a lot of people might go over their heads and stuff like that. It's hard for me to classify my own music. A lot of people just says it's like energy and all that stuff, but I just think it's just expressive. You know what I'm saying? I just really just want to be heard, and so much so I started yelling in my old stuff. You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Yo, y'all gonna hear me," but now it's just like I think the message is getting across. So that diversity, I learned that actually in Antioch. In Nashville, there's a lot of diversity already here. Mm-hmm. And then going to Japan, you in a crazy amount of diversity of world, you know what I'm saying? Russia, you know what I'm saying? You got Russia, England, freaking Australia, people coming from Philippines, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And they just want to feel good. They like old hip hop over there. So if I'm over there rapping in the streets of Japan to a boom bap beat, they over there going crazy. Probably don't even understand nothing I'm saying, but they like, yo, I fucks with bro. He got good vibe and good energy. So
so hearing like your this diversity that really obviously lasted with you a lot.
Yeah.
In business, one of the things they talk for my gym, an exercise I've done with a business mentor is like figure out your like number one, what would be the idea of the perfect clientele of a member that would walk in? Like who does that look like? To help you see that, to adjust your marketing towards that and things like that. And then you literally make a list of like 1 through 10 and a priority list of like what is the ideal person look like. When you're rapping, when you're making music, when you're writing, who are you writing to?
It depends on the record, honestly. And my sister-in-law asked me that as well. She's like, you have to identify who you're talking to and what you're talking about before you get in too deep. You know what I'm saying? And that was one thing that I had to take into account. Because at first I was just writing to haters or people who just doubted me or something like that. Or just, everybody got that one person in the room, that fake person in the room. They just sitting there writing like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go crazy on this person. But it ain't nobody there. You know what I'm saying? Or
most haters are hypothetical.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, or whatever opposition people got out there.
They exist.
I mean, they exist.
Yeah, they definitely exist.
But you could sum them up by...
You can generalize them. Yeah. Put them in general, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I was doing in the beginning. But now I think, like, I got a song called PTSD. I'm talking to people who have that. You know what I'm saying? I have PTSD. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have post-traumatic stress disorder. And that was the crowd that I was talking to. Because in my song, it was like, it's a whole nother war when you battle your baby mama. That's a lot of men feeling that right there. You know what I'm saying? But it's women can take that and feel like that about their baby daddy and stuff. So I really started realizing and using generals, you know what I'm saying? Like a general knowledge sense of, you'll get more resignation from the people, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, man, that resonated with me, bro, versus like talking straight independent to my story, which now I am doing because I want people to know my story, you know what I'm saying? Especially for my album, Westworld, coming soon, Westworld. But now...
That's dope.
Yeah. Westworld. But now, I definitely think it was just a general messaging back then and now, honestly, and...
So at this point, I've been able to see you. I don't know if you see things in rankings of like up and coming artists where you fit into that. But I've seen you in the room with people who sound like they started music 3 weeks ago.
Right.
And I've seen you in a room with Young Buck. Right? So like both ends of the spectrum. Yeah. And I don't know where you feel like you fit in and all of that, but something that you didn't know happened because you weren't there yet, because I got to Velvet Room a little bit before you. I was hearing your name being like whispered throughout different parts of the room of like, is he on the way? Is he coming? Like, oh shit, hey, Wes is here. Like, so like people on that lower level know who you are. Okay. And I think you're getting to the point where, you've had conversations with Lido. He knows who you are. Buck knows who you are. Like, do you feel like you get more support from the people that are like below you at your level, or like people that are maybe like bigger than you? Where do you feel like the majority of your support comes from?
I feel like the support right now is just coming from old friends, old sailors I navigated with, and new fans. I feel like my algorithm is, I'm trying to get it to where I'm reaching out to different crowds now. You know what I'm saying? The support is hard from friends and family. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I asked.
Yeah, it's very sporadic. I ain't gonna lie to you. And like I tell a lot of people, bro, Nashville is nothing but artists, dog. So it's kind of hard to say, they're supporting when they're trying to support themselves too, which I respect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you ain't gonna be able to share everything. Hell, you probably made a post the same time I made a post. You're like, damn, that motherfucker made a post too. Not, you know what I'm saying? Like, but we all are on different algorithms and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think now, I would say the support, I want support of the city, but honestly, I look past the Batman building. You know what I'm saying? Look, I gotta look past the Batman building because I know I traveled the world and I want the world. You know what I'm saying? I want people in India, freaking Brazil to be like, man, that dude A West is insane. I sent one of my songs to Brazil called Childish as F, and it freaking did 300,000 in 2 days. I was like, yo, it was crazy on Facebook algorithm. I was like, yo, this is insane. They was trying to fly me out, but I was in the Navy then, so I couldn't.
Damn.
Yeah, I couldn't even get to Brazil. I was like, bro, this was insane. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Yeah.
I was imagine me at Carnival talking about some Coronel, like having a good time.
Let's go.
I was gonna say I'll go with you.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
I will definitely do a Brazil tour for sure.
So I think you hit something there. Looking past the Batman building, so much of like my logos. I mean, there's one right here. Like have meant to do like that. Feels like that building kind of has symbolized a beacon.
Yeah,
home,
to me,
safety.
To me, it's my heart. Like
it is.
The Batman building's my heart, but I feel you. It's like I love Nashville. Sometimes it's harder to get on in your own city.
It is,
and even hating your own city. But right now, I'll be honest. From the rooms we've been in, from the stuff we've been going to, it seems like there's something in the air. I feel something from all these years in this and being around. Like there's something magical happening right now.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for the people that aren't around to experience it. But I mean,
and I think a lot of people are missing that too, you know, because it's just like me and Blake was talking about FOMO. You know what I'm saying? People have FOMO so much that they don't even go do it. They don't even follow up. You know what I'm saying? Or because I really started giving my number to people, you know what I'm saying? Because Instagram is so saturated with, oh, let's work, let's do this and stuff. You don't even know it's real anymore sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Or people be like, blue checks hitting me up and like, oh, bro, let's collab and stuff. And they be like, oh, $1,500 or something. Like, dang, bro.
Yeah.
And then people in the city, it's like, I want to do features with some people, but they be like, yo, you know, it's $250 or something like that. And it's like, you know, I want to grow my platform and I want to do more records with everybody, but also, you know, I believe in bartering. I believe in, you know, let's go down the middle with this. I know people hate 50-50 in relationships, but shoot, if you want to mess with me, you know what I'm saying, and do a feature and stuff, like, bro, let's go 50-50. Let's.
Well, even with, I mean, I could show you some crazy DMs about trying to get guests on here.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you're not thinking that you're above having to pay for a feature if you had to, if it made sense.
No, at all. Yeah, absolutely.
We're not above paying for a guest to be here,
Yeah.
but
Hell, I got $5,000 to be here.
It's got to make sense, right?
Yeah.
Like it's got to make sense, and something we've actually struggled with talking about is value.
Yeah,
like putting a price tag on on your work doesn't automatically give you value.
Yeah,
and so it's like, where is the value coming from? And that has to make sense.
Yeah, because as an artist, dog, you constantly dipping into your own pocket to pay for this. You know what I'm saying? And that's what sucks. And from a lot of people being artists, it's like, dog, you know the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I got to pay for the masters. I got to pay for the beat. I got to pay for the, you know what I'm saying, studio time. And on top of that, can't wear the same fit every time. Then got to get a videographer. And you paying for all this stuff out of pocket. So when I see another artist, it's like, hey, bro, you know, let's just cut costs. If we can go to the studio, $125 for both of us, 4 or 5 hours, let's do that. Thank you for shopping at Kroger. Let's get this work.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense.
And
that kind of, we'll touch on that in the second segment. We're actually going to take a quick commercial break. We're going to hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be right back here at the Music City Mindset with A West.
Introducing our Berry High Seltzer, the ultimate cannabis-infused experience. Maybe you're trying to cut back on the booze or get some of THC's sweet benefits. Our Berry High Seltzer invites you to savor the experience responsibly. Not only is it delicious, but our seltzers provide a federally legal way to unwind.
I do 100 on a highway.
And we are black. Let's do it.
We are back here at the Music City Mindset. We are here in the second segment with our good friend A West.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, so what we were just talking about, there is something brewing in this city.
It is.
And it didn't seem like it was that long ago before it almost was like, oh, you're a rapper, like almost like I'm a rapper, so there's almost like on-site beef or like we can't all succeed, right? Like that's what it seemed like the vibe was. And now it just seems like everybody's kind of working through that and working collectively. And we talked about Buck kind of being the charge to let people know Cashville is on the map.
Yeah.
And then he was kind of the one to lead this charge of settling, getting good back with D-Tay, getting getting squared away with Lido and all of that. So there seems to be a whole shift into that. But big picture, there's a big shift. But also, when we were lifeguarding and stuff like that, you was a little knucklehead.
I sure was.
I probably didn't help back then. We was breaking.
Oh, we was breaking all the rules.
That's what I say.
Actually, literally breaking things. So there's a video somewhere of us in the break room breaking those pieces of wood. I don't even know what those were supposed to go to. Like shelves,
something important.
Yeah, shelves for something important, and we were just breaking them like Karate Kid.
Yep.
The fact that both of y'all were lifeguards, like that should have never happened.
I was skinny out there, dog. I'm not gonna lie. I
wasn't, but
swimming like a goldfish, man. Dog.
But the man that's sitting here today, got the shit together. At least seeming like it.
Yeah.
So what, like, when it comes to music, when it comes to just navigating your life, like as a whole, like there's obviously been a mindset shift, and we talked about what you went through of having to get like actual real discipline and things like that from the Navy and everything that being a part of the military puts on you. Yeah. But overall, what is now coming into 2026? You got events. Clique Tight's got a bunch of events coming out.
Yeah, for sure.
You got an album coming out. This is the Music City mindset. What is your mindset now?
Honestly, it's just going harder and going home. It's going bigger. You know what I'm saying? Thinking more in depth to being more intentional. You know what I'm saying? Talking with Bree, man. I talk to Bree all the time, man. We had a conversation for like 40 minutes. And he was just telling me, just be more intentional. He was just like, bro. And that's one thing he had told me at the beginning of 25. He was like, man, bro, I'm just real intentional right now. And I was still developing in the artistry. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I had like 1,000 hours under my belt at that point. You know what I'm saying? And I was just telling him, like, dog, I really appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? And now my management, that's all, he been saying the same thing too. It's just like, bro, we got to just be really intentional with this. And I'm real impatient. I'll be like, I'm ready to get it now. Let's go. Whatever we got to do is right now. And it's all gas, no brakes. But in that, I had to learn a lot of lessons, and I bumped my head a lot of times, you know what I'm saying? And I utilized all those lessons that I had back then now, you know what I'm saying, to know patience. Because, man, one time I got a quick story for y'all.
All right.
I ain't never did drill or anything like that, but I was in ROTC, so. Okay. But this is the drill where you flipping the guns and everything like that. You flipping the rifles and stuff. And this is for the entire Navy, dog. Like, the boot camp. Like, I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to sign up. I'm going to go hard or go home, whatever. I'm trying something new, 19 and looking dumb. So I went out there, made the drill team and everything, and it was my first performance, bro. We did all this practicing and everything. Mind you, I got really pretty straightforward. I ain't never seen this many people in my life at an event, fool. The first one is easy 5,000 people. Plus, you got all the sailors walking in, so that's about a good another 3,000. And on top of that, the captain of the base, he usually doesn't show up but like once or twice every couple months. He's there too, so everybody's there. And it's my first time you standing there for like 4 hours. You talk about shaking in your boots for sure. And I knew when mine was coming. After the band did it, we had to do our first one. Clack, dum, clack, and present arms and come out there. And I'm like, all right, hell yeah, I got him. Boots is still shaking. Dog, the first flip, toss my rifle, hit my shoulder, boom. All you hear was clack, 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 clack.
Oh, so these ain't just like wooden.
No, this is a real rifle. All you hear is clack, 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 clack. Just everybody in the crowd just, oh. Imagine all that. And Captain looked red. He got the Marines there and everything. They just looking. And I set the charge for the whole team. We had 3 drops that time. Dang. This was the most embarrassing thing I have ever went through. And that's where I take preparation seriously. You know what I'm saying? Because I was shaking so bad in that it was like a wave of awe and just sadness. Just oh brother, this guy stinks. It was like that, man. And that led me to like be more confident and doing attention to detail. You know what I'm saying? Where when I'm performing, dog, this is everything I got. I'm participating on every practice, whatever, because I want to be great at this. I don't want to drop the damn microphone like I dropped the rifle or anything like that. So that's a quick story, man. That shit, if they find that on the internet, let me know. Yeah. But I got videos of me actually doing good with the rifle. But, bro, the first performance stunk up the place. Oh, my God.
So are you applying that, like, need for, like, desire for being more prepared to help implement more patience in your life?
I use that example because, yes, definitely more patience and, like I said, attention to detail and attention. You know, because in there, when you're doing the rifle and stuff, you're 1,000-eye stare, you know what I'm saying? So you're trying to flip and you have to be precise. You have to be precise or it's going to fall. And that's where I'm at now, you know what I'm saying? Just precision with what I do in every decision, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm glad you invited me for y'all's platform, you know what I'm saying? I'm glad that a lot of people are starting to see. Talking to Leno last night too, he was asking questions like this as well. And it's just people who have been seeing me grow. They're like, bro, you are really, you know, continuously going. Because he was like, bro, you can't stop. And I'm like, I'm not. I just want to make sure that the lane that I'm going down is a project. Like, you know, I'm not going to get stagnated in this lane. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
because, like, the music industry is such a weird, strange industry because it, like, in karate, it's, like, very simple. White belt, and you get degrees, and you, like, work your way up. And, like, you test into the, like, there's rankings, right? Yeah. Like, this, you could have someone that has all the skill sets, but that doesn't mean he's going anywhere.
No, and excuse me, and hip hop is really challenging, bro, because country, freaking in Bali or any of these other countries or whatever genre they're doing, nobody's worried about the competition. It's only in hip hop that you get this
Why do you think that is?
I think it's because everybody has this bravado. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be the hardest. You got to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got the best bars of talking shit or how I can kill somebody or how I can do this or how I'm doing this on the ops and stuff. Versus it's so weird because it's like I'm not trying to, like, you know how many times they'd be like, bro, you sound like Big Crit or you sound like this person and stuff like that. But you don't never hear a person like sing and be like, man, you know, you remind me of Tim McGraw or something like, right. You know what I'm saying? It's just country music. It just, you know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. It sounds
kind of going off of like the subject nature of the body of work that you brought up. Yeah. Do you think that there's a correlation of like almost, how can I say this, the wholesomeness that surrounds like country music or something? Is there a correlation with that?
I would say it's just this weird competitive nature, and there is a big line divide between country music and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy because country music and hip hop go hand in hand because it's very expressive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying?
Storytelling.
Yeah, storytelling. There's more similarities than differences.
You can
it's
hear
all mixed. It's blues. It's everything
mixed. It's pain. Together. Homie talking about going down the street, get a can of beer. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that.
But
drinking.
I mean, how many country music podcasts are there out there? A bunch.
Yeah, a lot.
I've never heard one like heated argument about who's the greatest country music singer of all time.
Yeah.
But like we almost couldn't like.
Everybody's got to have a top 5, and you know.
Yeah, it's like yo, Mount Rushmore is like, oh, you ain't got Jay-Z on there, or you ain't got this person. It's like, man, you can never be like, oh, I would never take away nothing from Mobb Deep. I'll never take anything from Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like these people have done.
We need a bigger mountain.
Yeah, like bro, get some more space. It's like, yo, there's bread out here for everybody.
But I don't hear other genres like getting as passionate about their Mount Rushmore as hip hop. And like I never really thought of it like, but with that being the nature, how competitive that makes the genre as a whole.
Yeah, and it was like just watching last night. It was
no, I don't put Jay-Z up there.
No, me either. But it's crazy because it's like I watched so many showcases.
On there, but
you see all these showcases and stuff, and what they're doing, competing. Everybody's just competing, which is a competitive nature with hip hop. But I feel like it started with just telling about your surroundings and what you've been going through. And like, you know what I'm saying? Today Was a Good Day is a great song.
Yeah.
Because he's talking about stuff that he did in his day. You know what I'm saying?
I think about when the South took over hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was in high school, and the South took over.
Mm-hmm.
And it messed everybody up. People in New York were mad. People in L.A. were mad. Yep. Luckily, Young Buck was with G Unit then, you know. But I remember watching the BET Awards. I believe it was the BET Awards. And everybody from Atlanta got on stage together. And it was a time where it was Bone Crusher, Big Boy, Lil Jon,
Luda.
You name it, Luda. Everybody got on stage together. That's kind of how I feel now. With Clique Tight Circle, with Nashville, with everybody is instead of it being like I can gatekeep or I can this and that.
Yeah.
It seems like everybody's finally getting on stage together.
Yeah, and I think last year, you know, Key Glock had did his interview, and that was kind of like, you know, he's like, I don't even know anybody from Nashville besides like one or two people. And I think that division that Memphis and Nashville have already had, it started bridging a little bit more of a gap. And then it made Nashville rappers start standing up more and just being like, yo, and you know, everybody's like, man, we need to come together and all this stuff like that. It's like, bro, all you gotta do is just show up and put, you know what I'm saying? Show up and be supportive. Like last night, I didn't even perform, but I went there to network and tell the guys, you know what I'm saying? I did all that stuff too.
I mean, because I noticed that you went to that, and then we were at that little showcase at Velvet Room.
Yeah.
How often are you popping into these, like, I don't want to say low level and sound disrespectful, but entry level showcases? How often are you popping in things like that?
My management tells me I need to have some more exclusivity or whatever, you know what I'm saying, to myself. But if I get an invitation from one of the homies or something like that and it's personal, I'm like, yeah, I'll pull up for you. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what it was. My homie Strange hit me up. You met him. And I told him I'd be there. And it's not that I don't want to go. It's just how many times can a person see you and then it just not be as impactful? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and knowing that I have this show for the 13th, I want to be out there because word of mouth is the best networking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I have to be like, hey, y'all, I got this show the 13th. And if I'm not outside, then, you know what I'm saying, I guess I'm supposed to be writing music or something like that, but that shit get boring.
You gotta live a little to write a little.
Yeah, and that's what I tell my guys. I'm like, man, if you don't go have experiences, you ain't got nothing to talk about.
Yeah, but there is something to be said about like simple economics of supply and demand. If you look at what like the bourbon industry does with allocation things, they quit producing things to make things harder to get, harder to find. The prices go up, and people start freaking out over it, right? But your best ability is your availability.
Yeah.
But you can also like flood it yourself. So then you start getting into that like quality versus quantity conversation of like you could be almost shooting yourself in the foot by putting out too much.
Yeah. And that's kind of what it is, man. It's like I like, so me and Cruz got a good relationship. Me and Coop, you know what I'm saying, good relationship. And a lot of these platforms, Lano, yourself, you know what I'm saying. And a lot of people, I hate when people say this in the city, like, man, I've been seeing you and stuff. It's like, but did you like it? Did you like it? Did you like it? You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying, I see you, I see you, I see you. And it's like, well, if you see me so much, you know what I'm saying, are you seeing me and retaining and messing with me, or are you just saying like
you saw the post?
Yeah, like
you could see the post and not see
me or mess with me. You know what I'm saying? And like we're saying, that shift in the city is happening, but it's still this super like, oh, I gotta be the best. I'm the hardest. I got this. It's like, yeah, you could be dope in your own right, bro. Hey, go ahead. Thank you for shopping at Kroger. Be great. But why do you gotta try to small me to big you? You know what I mean?
Right.
Why you got to make me seem
that's
as
unnecessary?
Yeah, it's like what Lito said in one of the songs: is if it's bigger me and if it's little me and bigger you, that's fine. I'm still ride. I was just trying to get what's mine. Which homie stop dying there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's Lito, and I took that to heart because I don't gotta hate on nobody to just be like, bruh, you doing good, man. And that's why I love to pull up to these shows to people who feel like they ain't being seen. And it's like, bro, I heard you dope. You know what I'm saying? Get my Instagram and stuff. If you want to work, reach out and follow up.
Yeah.
How did Clique Tight come about?
My dad,
Really?
Pops had started it, and my brother followed through with it. and he made it a real business. And because Kari always been business minded, I've always been action driven, and Pops has always just been a visionary. So it's just, he put the ingredients together. It was a long time. Kari didn't even want to manage me. He was like, bro, you're unmanageable. You know what I'm saying? I was just high-headed and stuff. And I was already I was living in Dago doing music then. And he didn't really like the Dago style music that I was doing. Because I was with a group with, me and my homies created was Never Underestimate a Wild Upbringing. And Kari was just like, man, where's all this, where the new woo and all this stuff come from? And I was just like, bro, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Dare to fail. You know what I'm saying? And I was on the bus headed back to Nashville, and I had called him. I was like, bro, I just really think that you should be my manager. And he said no.
Damn. Damn, Kari.
He said no. And then, about a year later and stuff, I did my first show to my project Tracy's Son, and then he looked at me on stage and was like, bro, God told me, I prayed on it. God told me I needed to be a manager. And ever since then, it just kind of just been growing for the last 2.5 years.
Because, whether you would have been plundering and not doing good, managed by, a clown, or even if you rise to the top, he'd have to sit there and watch that.
Regardless.
So it's he might as well.
And bro's been he's been behind the scenes or in the industry doing this stuff for 15 years and stuff. And I was gone for 10. You know what I'm saying? Navy, started the family in Dago and all that stuff. Created my own different legacy in San Diego. But when I came back home, he's like, yo, it's a total different game out here. And it was it's a lot of stuff that you didn't know because you were gone. And I was playing catch up to a lot of people who got 10 years and stuff.
And the city changed.
Yeah, city changed a lot when I left. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad to be home and looking at it in a different way and actually being in the mix in a different way too. Because I used to hate being in Dago, looking at all the people just blowing up and stuff. Just man, my city don't even know what I'm doing over here.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned Lido, and you and I had a conversation about some changes you made about how you're navigating yourself in this industry, and you referenced for a brief second about a conversation you had with Lido that kind of changed how you thought about things. Tell me a little bit more about how that conversation went, how it happened, and what all did that change for you?
Well, Lido came to my school. At SAE, he did a whole conference with everybody and stuff, and I always take the breadcrumbs, you know what I'm saying, out of every situation, and just listening to that conversation. And then when he followed up and reached out to Kari, or Kari reached out to him, and then he was just, mentioning my name again, and then being able to listen in, and just he was like, man, I just want to see more of you and learn more of your story, and you know what I'm saying, because on Instagram, you only get so much. And at the time, and as an artist, as a young artist, you just want to have everybody see you perform and do all this stuff, but nobody looks into the music of who you are underneath. And that's where I think that Lido was just saying, bro, you got it. You got all of it. You just give them more of who you are instead of who you thinking they want you to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's where being the music, because all I've been hearing the last couple of years, bro, is just, bro, you need a hit. You need that one. You need this. And it's why can't I just make music and have fun? You know what I'm saying? And it just be I hate the business side of music. That's where Kari come in, because it's just I just want to, you know what I'm saying, be expressive, be me, and talk my shit if I want to, and not have to feel super entitled, or not entitled, but super driven to make this one hit. Because then it's just okay, then I'm going to just be a one-hit wonder.
To me, nothing will suck the air out of a studio more than somebody saying, let's make a hit.
Bro, the minute you say that, I don't even want to work anymore.
Yeah, the pressure, all of that, it comes in, and I think it dampens the creativity.
Yes.
And I think Lido is a great person for you to listen to in that regard, because he did have a banger.
Yeah.
And then that became the next thing of can he follow up Grey Goose?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not even trying to.
Yeah. And all his albums and everything, bro's killing the mixtape game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And especially
if Pistol's our biggie, then Lido would be our three stacks.
Yes, bro. I definitely stand behind
Buck
that.
be our pop.
Yeah.
I definitely stand behind that.
Or
three stacks.
Uh-huh.
Lido is definitely one of his songs that got me through a lot when I was in JP and all that stuff, bro, was what is it? At War with Myself.
Mm-hmm.
At War with Myself got me through so much, bro. And just being able to see, like, you know how they say don't meet your celebrity, like your favorite celebrity and stuff? Lito and Buck is actually cool as hell.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, these people, I remember just meeting them, you know, as a jit, and then, like, they're actually just super cool. You know, Lito's real, like, calm, very calm demeanor and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And Buck is just more like, yo, like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think even if I met, you know, Pistol or Kwani or any of the guys, you know what I'm saying? I just see how this city moves, and it's like, yo, we all some cool people. Yeah, I don't know how this divide stuff be happening and everything, but I think once people, like I said about the anxiety thing, once people take off that veil of who they think these people is, it's just an easier situation to navigate in. And, you know what I'm saying? Treat them like a human being, fool. And, hey, they know my name.
What is, not through lyrics, through a conversation, and be able to talk to your fans, your listeners, our listeners, what, like, who are you? What do you want people to know about you by listening to your music? You talked about the importance of your story and how important it is that people know your story. How can you sum up what your story is and who you are?
Man, I'm a black man from the South who is a veteran, a father, a musician, a lyricist. I'm a visionary. I love recording, and I love creating pictures and painting things, you know what I'm saying? And showing that in my music or showing that in my imagery when it comes to videos and stuff. You know, I just love art, and whatever it is, acting, freaking scripts, if you want to, you know, do podcasts or anything. I just love being in the artist realm. You know, and that's my moniker. That's just my word. I'm an artist, regardless of what it looks like through and through. And I take the South very seriously. This is my home, and I love it. And I want everybody to enjoy my version of how I see the South. You know, it's grit, it's real, it's raw, but it's also, you know, love and vibes. And, you know what I'm saying? We courteous. We open doors for neighbors and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It should be no labor to be nice to your neighbor. I got that from hoes. You know what I'm saying? But that's some South stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a Southern dude, bro, from Nashville, Tennessee. You know what I'm saying? And in that, I want other people like from Nashville and stuff to stand up with pride and stuff. Even though the Titans was a little L, like, you know what I'm saying? But I really feel like this next year, everybody say it, but I really feel like the stadium, everything, we take a lot of L's on the chin, but also we still got the courage to keep going and standing up, bro, and getting in that arena. And I think that's what all of us can attest to, and that's what we do. You know what I'm saying? So
there's been a lot of people complaining about the price at the stadium when there's these kind of potholes around town.
Yeah, man,
but,
what you said.
But when a national level sports team in a city is good, I don't know that there's a better example of a unifier in a community than the sports being good.
Yeah,
for sure. So I'm definitely excited to see what they do next season. Putting together a nice little coaching staff that I ain't mad about.
We need that O-line.
Yeah, something serious.
Man,
all
get
right.
Blake back out there.
I got about one in me. That's about it. All right. Let's plug the 13th.
Yes.
I guess maybe the 20th. Like, plug whatever you got going on. What's next with you? What Clique Tight, everything. Yeah. Let's plug it all.
So That's On Me drops February 13th. Also, we have the That's On Me release party February 13th at the Vinyl Lounge. Doors open up at 6. Also have another show on the 20th brought to you by my dog Rambo Lee, which Black Wizzle is headlining.
Shout out Wizzle.
Shout out Wizzle. You know what I'm saying? That's another goat out here. Then we have a couple more events coming up in May, March. Probably going to be going to Colorado and all kinds of different places. You know, there's a lot of stuff on the schedule. Westworld is coming out soon. Just be expecting a bunch more singles for the next couple months while I'm writing, while I'm still navigating Westworld. While I'm still doing that, just my singles is going to be releasing and a lot of more videos and stuff. And just content in general, man. I just want like when you come mess with A West, bro, you know, I want everybody to be involved in all of this. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all see me, say what's up. I love taking pictures. I love, you know, giving back to the community. If y'all got any things as far as where I can give back, if I can go donate some stuff, if I can pull up to, you know,
y'all
a school or
crushed that
something.
toy drive.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I love doing that stuff. So whatever for the community, please tap in. My DMs is always open, or you can hit up Clique Tight Circle Entertainment on Instagram. And yeah, bro, I'm just really about to be navigating through media platforms and actually just getting more involvement with the city, brother, and staying on stage. So be on the lookout. Tickets is $5. Make sure y'all hit up awest.com/shows, or y'all can just go to awest.com, get your merch, get your, you know, check in, see about your boy, and buy your pick. And yeah.
Hell yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
awest.com.
Yeah, bro.
We'll have to put that in the script.
Before y'all even start commenting, Kanye is not his father.
He's actually my cousin, though. Dog playing.
A West the legend. A West the legend sitting on the couch. Clique Tight Circle. You're gonna hear it nonstop from us. Everything coming out with them. You're gonna hear it here. Hopefully here first. Go support the homie. Great dude. Even better musician.
Thank you, brother.
And for us, if you like this episode, like, share, subscribe, hit that like button, hit that follow button. We appreciate every single one of y'all.
Do more than just see it.
Man, participate. Be a part of the movement, man.
Yeah, and for the love of Nashville, tune into the next episode.